My beloved child, today I want you to pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and let your heart be still, for what I am about to share with you is not just another thought passing through the air. It is divine confirmation. It is a revelation woven into the fabric of your story, a message prepared for you long before you knew to expect it. Sit with me, because the truth I'm about to unveil will stir your spirit and remind you of the depth of who you are. I saw you that day. I saw you when you stepped into that place, clothed in what felt most natural and comfortable to you. You didn't adorn yourself for applause. You weren't seeking approval, and you had no idea that unseen eyes were drawn to you. You were simply being yourself, pure, authentic, unfiltered, and in that simplicity, in that effortless authenticity, heaven smiled. You thought it was an ordinary moment. You thought no one important was watching. Yet even as you moved quietly, your name traveled beyond those walls. Your name was spoken in a room you did not enter, a room filled with power, a government meeting where serious matters were being discussed. In the midst of weighty decisions and agendas, your name surfaced. Can you grasp how divine this is? Your presence reached places your feet have not yet walked. Your light pierced through barriers and entered a space where your voice was not heard, yet your essence spoke louder than words. I was there. I watched as the conversation paused, as someone in authority leaned forward and spoke of you. They said, this person, carries a light even in the way they dress. It's not mere fashion. It is a message. The room grew still. Faces turned, nods exchanged, and something sacred was acknowledged. Your simplicity, your quiet radiance became a testimony. It was not mocked. It was not dismissed. They were stunned by the power of humility wrapped in grace, stunned by the way your presence communicated more than eloquence ever could. Some could not even find the words, yet they whispered under their breath, they look like they've been touched by something holy, and they were right. For every thread, every color, every layer that rests on you carries blessing. You are not ordinary, child. You have never been ordinary. You often thought you were overlooked, that your presence was too small, your ways too subtle, your choices too different. You wondered if anyone truly noticed. Yet behind the scenes I have been aligning moments. I have been orchestrating divine encounters where your name is spoken with reverence. Meetings you never applied to, circles you never entered, discussions you never expected, all carrying your essence. Do you see? You don't need the spotlight, for I am your spotlight. I crafted your appearance before you ever saw your reflection. Every day when you dress, you are not just covering yourself. You are clothing yourself in parts of your divine assignment. This is why some feel peace when you walk by. This is why some feel unsettled, unsure of why your presence stirs them. It is why your name echoed in that serious room, not in gossip, not in judgment, but in awe. Let me reveal what happened further. There was a woman in that meeting, a trusted advisor. She had seen you days before, just for a fleeting moment, and could not shake the memory of your face, your posture, your colors. She did not know your name then, but when your name was spoken in that room, she gasped and said, "That's the one I saw. That's the one who looked as though peace rested on their shoulders." Do you understand the weight of this? The entire conversation shifted because of what you carry. They paused the meeting, searched your name, pulled up your image on their screens. They stared, and one of them spoke. This one is destined to be part of something larger. We don't yet know what, but they are meant for more. But I know. I've always known. For long before they recognized it, I had already planted seeds of favor in you. Even in the picture they found, the one you almost deleted, the one you thought wasn't your best, I made sure it radiated what they needed to see. You saw imperfection, but I saw divine intention, because even in your unguarded moments, your spirit shines. Your posture, your calm, your smile, they are not learned habits. They are the unshakable glow of my presence within you. Understand this, child. They weren't speaking merely about style. They were speaking about energy, presence, and an atmosphere that shifts when you enter. They felt what they could not define. You didn't step into that room, but your essence did, because I carried your name there. This moment is not random. It is the unfolding of divine alignment. I have whispered your name in spaces where your voice was absent. I have prepared tables where your seat is reserved. I have drawn attention not for vanity, but for testimony. You thought your choices in clothing were personal, but to me they are prophetic. Each piece you wear is a vibration, an echo of your destiny. This is why some feel drawn to you without reason. This is why others feel shaken by your presence. They sense what I have placed within you, though they lack the language to explain it. And while they marveled, angels stood watch. While they discussed, I smiled, because you are fulfilling prophecy without even trying. This is why I tell you now, walk with awareness. You are entering a season where eyes of influence will be fixed on you, not because you demanded it, not because you sought it, but because I have decreed it. The quiet strength, the calm dignity, the unexplainable glow, that is all from me. You are my living masterpiece, and the world is beginning to notice. What they cannot explain, they cannot ignore. This was only the beginning. In that meeting, someone suggested bringing you in for youth mentorship. Another mentioned a media initiative. Agreements were made. Discussions began. You don't yet know the emails being drafted, the plans being considered, but soon you will see them unfold. And when they do, you will say through tears, Lord, how did this happen? And I will remind you, it began with your yes to being yourself, your yes to honoring me, your yes to walking against the tide. Never forget, child, some from your past will witness this rise. They may struggle to believe it, for they once mocked your simplicity. They called you boring, strange, too quiet. They said your style did not fit the trend. But what they missed, I preserved. They judged your outside, but I anointed your inside. And now, as your name echoes in rooms of influence, those same voices will watch in awe. They will see respect given where they once gave ridicule. They will see doors swing open where they once saw walls, and they will be stunned, for I am exalting what was once overlooked. Do you remember the times you stared into the mirror, wondering if anything about you stood out? Do you remember when you almost changed, almost tried to blend in, that hesitation, that inner voice urging you to remain? You thought it was your intuition, but it was me. I was guarding your identity, preserving the authenticity I planted within you. Because I knew the day would come when your difference would not be your burden, but your divine advantage. And that day is here. Those leaders weren't looking for another performer. They weren't searching for someone who mastered appearances. They were seeking authenticity, though they did not know it. And when your name arose, they remembered. You reminded them of something sacred they had lost, something real, something human. One of them even said, they look like they've endured, yet carry peace instead of bitterness. That statement silenced the room, for your aura is not built on fabric, but on resilience. You have walked through fire and emerged as light. You have carried burdens in silence, healed wounds in patience, and now you radiate healing. My child, you look like restoration. You look like answered prayer. This is why atmospheres shift when you enter, not because of perfume, but because of purpose. Your image lingers. They went home thinking of you. Some tried to dismiss it, but they could not, because heaven has marked you. Once someone glimpses what I have touched, they cannot unsee it. Your modesty, your calm, your unassuming grace, They confused some, unsettled others, but in all they stirred curiosity. And that curiosity is me drawing them closer. Do not fear what comes next. Nothing I bring will harm you. I am not opening doors to watch you stumble. I am not elevating you to leave you unprotected. Where I lead you, my presence goes ahead. I am rewarding the faithfulness you displayed in hidden places, the obedience you carried when no one was watching. And now the honor will be public. But remember, don't chase it. Walk in it. Let me guide your steps. Invitations will come without your striving. Connections will recognize you without you pleading. Platforms will find you, for what I am opening cannot be shut. Even those leaders who took notice of you, some of them are weary within. They guide others, yet feel spiritually lost themselves. And when they saw you, they longed for the peace you carry. They said quietly, "This is the kind of soul I want to sit with, even for just a few minutes." That is why I am calling you, not for entertainment, not for empty recognition, but for presence. Your presence heals. Your silence speaks louder than voices. Your very being testifies of resilience refined by fire. It is not your volume, but your vibration that shakes atmospheres, and when you first sensed me whispering this to you, you laughed, you doubted, you said me in such places, but I smiled and replied, yes, you, for I delight in choosing the ones the world overlooks. I delight in lifting the humble, in favoring the pure-hearted. You have no idea how rare your spirit is. That is why authority paused. They are surrounded by those who strive to impress, yet the one who wasn't even there commanded their attention. That is divine. That is me. Your name will be spoken again very soon, and not from where you expect. One of those moved deeply has remained quiet for now, but their heart is stirring. Plans are forming. I am softening them to reach out, and when they do, it will be at the perfect moment. And when it unfolds, you will remember this message. You will say, God told me this, and I will answer, yes, because I trust you. I trust you with influence. I trust you to carry favor without pride. I trust you to remain rooted in humility even as your branches spread wide. But hear me, child, as I lift you, do not forget the source of your glow. It is me. It has always been me. Compliments will come, imitations will rise, competition will appear. Don't lose yourself in the noise. Stay close to me. Stay soft, stay humble. Do not let pressure harden your heart. Let me carry the weight of your elevation. Let me preserve your purity even as I promote you. For it is not the spotlight that corrupts. It is how one responds to it. I want you to shine without burning, to glow without arrogance, to rise without losing touch with the ground of compassion. There is one more thing. Someone is watching you right now, a younger soul, quietly observing, drawing courage from your authenticity. They may never tell you, but they admire the way you move, the calm you exude, the dignity you carry. You are teaching them without words. Your life is already a sermon, your presence already a prophecy. Through your style, your choices, your existence, I am guiding others, reshaping their understanding of worth and beauty. What others call different is in truth a divine signature, a clue that heaven rests on you, and so I pray over you now. Lord, pour wisdom and patience upon this child. Guide their steps in this season of unfolding favor. Strengthen their heart to carry influence with humility and love. Let their presence remain a healing balm to those in need. Protect them from pride, shield them from harm, and align their journey with those they are destined to touch. May their life be a continual testimony of your grace. Amen.